Hi there, my name's Glen Redhead and I'm a leader in the Beverley company. Now I've got my cornet here and I was going to play something for the music day, but I know we have a lot of brilliant young musicians in the brigade and unfortunately I'm not brilliant and I'm not young, so I'm not going to play the cornet. But what I am going to do is tell you a story about my father, Alan Redhead, about the brigade and about bands. So basically the story is called The Silent Bugler. My dad was a member of the brigade in the years leading up to the Second World War. At that time, many of the companies in the brigade were very similar to the army cadets in the activities that they did. Our own company was led by a gentleman called Mr. Neville Hobson, who had actually founded the company in 1908. Now, at this outbreak of the First World War, Mr. Hobson signed up into the army and took, I think, 17 members of our company at the time joined up with him. He went on to be a captain, or was promoted to a captain during the First World War, and returned to Beverley at the end of the war to carry on running the company. Sadly, during the war, many members of our company were killed, and we have a plaque on the wall here that lists the names of the people in the First World War and the Second World War who died, who gave their lives up. And each Remembrance Day, before the parade in Beverley, we come into this room, we stand as an organisation, and we read all those names, and we have the last post as a tribute, so those names are never forgotten. So that sort of sets the tone of what I'm trying to say, really. The brigade was quite a military organisation. They did a lot of things. They did like PT, they did the drill. I think some companies did rifle exercises, etc. But one of the things they did was they did a thing called a route march. So what would basically happen was, on a Sunday morning, they would gather at the headquarters, this headquarters, which we were here in 1917 or 14. And they would march from here out to a village, maybe 3, 4, 5 miles away. They would have a service on the village green or in the church if they could fit in, and then they would return to Beverley. And that was the route march. It was like an exercise and drill, built stamina. And like many companies, we had a drum and bugle band. Now, my dad, he played a bugle, but he didn't play very well. And Mr. Hobson always had a rule that you could only ever have 10 people in the band. So that was 3 drummers, a bass drum, and 6 buglers. And my dad never really was good enough to be one of the 6 buglers. But fortunately for him, his best friend was called Jack Dunn, and he was a sergeant bugler. So basically, Jack, who was my dad's lifelong friend, picked who was going to play the bugle on the parade. So what he actually did was, he said to my dad, you can play Alan, or you can certainly be in the parade with your bugle, but the one thing you can't do is play, because you're not good enough. So you can march along, you can look like you're playing, you can act like you're playing, but you're not playing. So that's how my dad became the silent bugler in our company. It's a story that he told me more than once, and I thought that was quite funny, really. My first band contest when I was young and joined the brigade was at Blackburn. I think it was the last time that it ever took place at Blackburn, and in that time all the bands were drum and bugle bands, and you basically played a test piece and you played a tune of your own and some drumming in between, and we were all judged to sort of that standard. So I am going to play something, but I'm going to play a bugle tune, my favourite bugle tune, just as a tribute to the silent bugler and the fact that I started my musical career on a bugle. I'm going to play Anna. Hopefully it'll go all right. notes in there, but not too bad. The one thing I did forget to mention when I was showing you our memorial was underneath, you can't actually see it very well, but there are pictures of the young people taken in well, it says 1911, 1912, 1914. Some of these actual people, photos, the names are sadly on the list of people who were killed. That's a constant reminder to people in our company, you know, the sacrifice that people actually gave. Really difficult times for us all in banding. It's difficult to keep motivated. I know it is for myself, and I'd imagine it is for many people. Banding's a great, great activity. Stick with it, and hopefully next year we'll all be back at the contest, and I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.